Every so often, there's a reason to go to the movies. Book Club has 4.
Hi, beautiful friends.
Diane Keaton, Jane Fonda, Candice Bergen, and Mary Steenburgen.
I am not going to let us become those people who stop living before they stop living. Let me introduce you to Christian Grey. Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
Critics are calling Book Club hilarious.
Certainly sounds like us.
A 4-star delight. The must-see comedy of the summer.
Happy reading, ladies.
Book Club, directed by Bill Holderman. Now in theaters. Rated PG-13. May be inappropriate for children under 13.
Blog Talk Radio.
Caution, the tea is hot. Blow it off first, okay? Dish and tea with Big Meech.
Hello, hello, hello. It's another glorious day, my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your comfort together because it's time to dish the tea. And your dish is darlings. With Big Meech.
Can't wait. Time to dish tea with Big Meech. Time to dish tea with Big Meech. Time to dish tea with Big Meech. Time to dish tea with Big Meech.
Darling. Yes. Hello out there in Blog Talk Radio land, here in the glorious United States and across the globe. Hello to all of my friends over there in Germany and Italy and the Caribbean islands, and to everyone within the sound of my voice. It is another glorious Wednesday tea sippers, and you already know what time it is, honey. It's time to dish tea, and you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat. Hey, babies, I'm trying to pull my world together because just prior to coming on, I got a phone call from my mother that she gave me some disturbing news, and I'm trying to pull it together as I'm reshoveling myself. So if I seem a little bit despondent, it's because, you know, there's a situation that we need to take care of because it ain't right, honey. And see, they trying to make a bitch come out of a bag, honey, for real. Okay, you don't fuck with my mama. Okay. Now, all else aside, child, please, honey. See, they don't know me. I'm in Atlanta. These kids don't know. I will walk to New York, honey. I mean to Detroit and back, honey, if need be, to make some shit happen. You understand? So, having said all that, that is where my head is. So I don't mean to sound a piece a little bit of everywhere, but I'm pulling all this together. And that there is that. The tea room is open. Let me go over there. And I see, like I said, I'm bouncing all over the place. But I just clicked on the tea room. I see Road. Hey, Road, the Stardom Radio is over there in the tea room. Guest 1000. Hey, Sugar, I see you as well over there in the tea room. It is open for those of you who wish to join in. If you're listening by computer and want to come on, you can go over into the tea room, or as you know, I call it the tea room, but it's the chat room. In order to correspond with everyone, you have to create a profile page so that you can come in and talk. Otherwise, you'll just be a guest with a number by your name. So that there is that. But please, when you're over here, just dish your tea over here responsibly, please. As you all know, with technology and things, we're in this whole do-I-diddy of a thing where everything is all reading. Okay, and I'm going to say reading. Okay, because sometimes reading becomes shade. Or so one would think, and that may not be the case. You know, because you're not hearing the sound of someone's voice and don't know their speech pattern or this, that, and the other, you don't understand. So you may think someone is trying to come out of a bag on you, and that may not be the case. So just dish your tea over here responsibly, because if I come in and see you cutting up, I'm going to cut you out, okay? Enough said. Enough said, baby, enough said. Okay? If you're listening and want to join in on the conversation, please feel free to call in at 347-205-9183. That's 347-205-9183. Okay? Just press the number 1. Just hit it one time. Your hand will rise up on my switchboard and lets me know you have something to say, and then I will bring you in at the appropriate time. Okay? So, having said all that, let me do this here. I think I like doing this. Yeah.
Dishing Tea with Big Meech is for mature audiences, and the language and or subject matters that you hear on this program are not suitable for children or anyone who is not mature or responsible enough to handle the subject matters. So your listening discretion is advised.
It keeps me from having to repeat it. I could just press a button. Y'all know I have a potty mouth, and I make no excuses for it. So for those of you who have children, or if you are at work, now is the time for you to put your headphones on or turn your volumes down to a respectful level. If you have children, send them to the other room. It's time for SpongeBob. It's time for Dora. It's time for Barney. It's time for the Teletubbies, or whichever program that you feel is appropriate for them, because now is the time for the grown and sexy to become the seasoned and sophisticated. And I'm not going to sit up here. I will not entertain. I will not fathom the thought of any of you bitches calling me, texting me, emailing me, running into me at the grocery store, at the Kmart, at the Dollar Tree, or wherever to tell me that you got demerits or you got reprimanded because of something that you did not handle. So I'm telling you now, govern yourselves accordingly and dish responsibly, please. And now is that time for you to be responsible for your own actions, because I don't know what bag I'm coming out of. Just know that I'm coming out of one, okay? And so this is the time where you're going to consider yourselves warned, okay? Now, having said that, we have just a few announcements, a couple of announcements. I want to make sure that you guys are aware Big Boy Pride is still going on. The registration, I believe today is the last day for regular registration. After today, but let me check with it may be the 15th. I got to go on the email. To go to the website, bigboypride.com, but soon and very soon, the last day for regular registration will end very soon, and then we go into late registration, which is $165, and that there is just your registration package only. It does not cover your room or whatever, so be mindful when you go over there to register. Not only are you for your registration, but you have to put down 1 day of the room deposit so that you can get your room as well, okay? And you have to go fast because if you're planning to stay on the property, which is the Parliament House, those rooms go very quickly. So www.bigboypride.com for all of your registration needs for Big Boy Pride, which is going on April 3rd through the 7th in lovely Orlando, Florida. Now, you guys already know my disclaimer with that. I'm not telling y'all if I'm coming or not because the last 3 years I said I was, and I didn't make it because of health reasons. So I figure if I shut up and don't say nothing, I'll pop up this time. So if you see me there, you see me. If you don't, then we're just going to chalk it up to, well, bitch, she had to go back up under the knife again. So... okay, we're going to call that grace. All right. Here is something very, very, very important for all of you. We're in the process of getting my play up and running. No time for the pain. So I need for you all to come on board. If you want to help me get this thing off the ground, honey, we're in the process of needing to raise $10,000 to get the show up and running. This is a lifelong dream of mine. It's no longer a dream. We got a clear vision, so now we want to take this vision and turn it into a reality this summer. So if you would be so kind and so generous and do whatever your spirit leads you to do, go to my website at www.dishingtea.com, and over there you will find a link to where you can become a sponsor or a participant or a charitable giver to our cause, No Time for the Pain. Plus, you get to see a little commercial snippet of what the play is about. And then let me ask you this question. To all my ladies out there, what would you do if you found out that your fiance of 7 years, 7 whole years, was having a 5-year affair with your twin brother? Your brother finds out he's HIV positive, and then you find out that you are pregnant and HIV positive. Yeah, that's one of the premises of the show. So go over there to www.dishingtea.com. Click on the link, I think it's Let's Dish Tea or Let's Have Tea. Click on that little tab, and it will tell you all about how you can donate to the cause of No Time for the Pain. I would greatly appreciate it. If you're a business owner and want to come in on business sponsorships or whatever, over there, contact me through there as well. If you don't go there, you can email me directly at bigmeach, BIGMEACH, at dishingtea.com. That's BIGMEACH at dishingtea.com. We also have other avenues available. If you're a business owner want to advertise in our playbill that the programs that we're going to be passing out to the folk, honey, we have other opportunities for you to come on board to help us with this vision and also to advertise your business as well. So again, dishingtea.com. for all of that information. I greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate you. Also, let me say this, for one of our sponsors, honey, Miss Michi DeVille is going to be performing this Saturday. Oh, damn it, I just clicked the wrong button, and I just messed up. And I had the flyer up here, just messed the flyer up. But go to her Facebook page, Michi DeVille, on Facebook, MICHIEEDEVALE, Michi DeVille on Facebook, and you will see the link to the flyer for her show, honey. She's in the band, and she's the lead vocalist over there, honey. So she's going to be there in Detroit. Now, well, it's going to be over in, I think it's Ypsilanti, Michigan, where she's going to be performing. So when I come out of this commercial break, honey, I'm going to have the information because I just fucked this up. Okay? No, okay, I just found it. Okay, the band is called Soul Grenade, and they are talking the Live Token Lounge review. So that it's called the Token Lounge, and the Soul Grenade is going to be live there, and this is in Westland. That's where it is. It's at Westland, 28949 Joy Road in Westland, Michigan. So you get to go and see her perform, honey. If you into acoustic guitars and carrying on, honey, this there is the show for you. Michi DeVille of Each of the Dog Couture will be performing this evening, this Saturday, this weekend. And the show starts, I believe, at 8 o'clock. So for more information, you can call the bar at 734-513-5030. That's 734-513-5030. Again, this is at the Token Lounge, 28949 Joy Road in Westland, Michigan. Okay, yes. So now, as I said, let me pull it together. I'm going to take a commercial break right now. When I come back, I'm going to introduce to you a gentleman who's just been recently introduced to me, but I'm loving what he's standing for, and we're going to get into this and put a little twist on this particular topic. Okay, today's show, I call it From Diamonds and Platinums to Genetics with Mr. Geno Sylvain. When we come back, the next voice you will hear, in addition to mine, would be fitness guru and the master of acquiring an 8-pack. Mr. Geno Sylvain will be back with us. So let me take this commercial break, and when I come back, we will talk about how to master that 8-pack, honey, and to be into your optimum health, and with the twist. Okay, I'll talk to you in just a few seconds.
African Easy Silk. Beauty products designed with healthy hair and skin in mind. African Easy Silk products are manufactured with the highest quality ingredients. Our products contain special vitamins and oils designed to promote healthy hair and skin. Treat yourself to that luxurious feeling of being soft and supple as you bask in our bubble baths and body lotions enriched with emollients like African shea butter, vitamin E, and olive oils to condition your skin. Delight in the wonders of the African Easy Silk hair care maintenance system and relaxers, formulated to promote hair growth while leaving your hair soft and silky. To get your supply of African Easy Silk beauty products, contact Mr. Harvey at 313-571-6144. That's 313-571-6144. Or go to the website at www.aezsilk.com. That's www.aezsilk.com. African Easy Silk beauty products. Products designed with healthy hair and skin in mind.
I have to get some more of these. Lose to win.
All right, hit it.
Yes. It's my testimony. And I hope that everybody is listening, that this blesses you in whatever you're going through. Yeah. Ever felt so ugly, pretending that he loves me? Sometimes it's just not money. Never had to afford me. Now I'm sick and tired of you just taking right off, knowing I forgive you. You ain't here for dinner, like I'm a beginner. I loved you for your inner, and the next guy is out there somewhere. Hey, but you won't dare, 'cause you're too scared. Have you ever needed someone so bad? Yeah. But he ain't willing to make it last. Sometimes you got to win again. Yeah. And if it makes you cry, if it makes you cry, all you do is cry. And you can't get no sleep at night. Sometimes you got to, just to win again. Yeah. Amen. Listen. Ever felt so sorry. All you did was worry. You didn't want nobody. Thought it would get better, but it's falling more than, oh, it's falling more than ever. My Lord, listen. I just hope that we would, 'cause you're always up to no good. Maybe it'll take someone else to show me better. Good God, but I don't want to leave ya. Hey, have you ever needed someone so bad? Hey, but he ain't willing to make it last. Sometimes you got to, yes you do, yes you do. Hey, and if it makes you cry, 'cause all you do is fight. Can't get no sleep at night. Sometimes you just do it again. Try not to crowd this part, y'all. Listen, some of you know what it feels like, caught up just in his life. Don't wanna try again, thinking what's the difference? Why am I not interested? 'Cause when you've been broken, you feel like no one can fix it. Needed someone bad. He ain't willing to make it last. Sometimes you got to, if you're listening, whether it be male or female, sometimes you have to lose to win again. Yeah, if it makes you cry, cry, cry. 'Cause all you do is fight. Yeah, begging don't sleep at night. Sometimes you yes you do. To win again. Now everybody who's listening right now, just put one hand in the air. Everybody right here, come on. Have you ever needed someone so bad? Oh my Lord, have mercy. I'm here to tell you now that whatever you've been through, God allowed that to happen so He can put the right things in your life. I promise you. And if it makes you cry, just cry. If it makes you cry, cry, cry. 'Cause all you do is fight. And you can't get no sleep. And you can't get no sleep. Sometimes you got to. Hey, yes you do. God bless you.
Fantasia.
All right. Sometimes you got to lose to win again, honey. Oh, hello. We are back. And if you're just joining us and would like to come in on the conversation, please feel free to call in at 347-205-9183. That's 347-205-9183. Now, I try to, be cute with the musical selections, and of course I did that for the title of it, because you have to lose to win sometimes, And since we're going into Black History Month, I wanted to kick it off with in a different direction, okay? And you understand when we get into it, because, with it being February, we're not only becoming infused with winter and, we got weather challenges across the country, we're also engulfed in learning how we made strides in this country and who have been the trailblazers among the African diaspora, who have made our existence in this country grand. Today, I've decided to take a different approach to learning about our history by reflecting on our health and fitness patterns over the years and how we have become our own worst enemies these days. My guest today is a fitness guru who has become an innovator and entrepreneur, as he has become the innovative force to be reckoned with in the industry today. Perfecting the art of having an 8-pack, Mr. Geno Sylvain has overcome all the odds, and at 52 years young has the body and the fitness level of a man half his age. How can we get back to those days with ourselves and be our best, our optimal, reaching our zenith? Mr. Sylvain will take us on a journey of his introduction into health and fitness, as well as we compare how we can lose old habits and recreate those which seem to be non-existent. We will discuss his new product line of fitness gear, and his new exercise apparatus called the Abster. So this is going to be a delicious hot pot of tea for your nerve darlings, okay? So without any further ado, I want to welcome to Dishing Tea with Big Meech. This is Mr. Geno Sylvain. Hello there, Geno. How are you?
Good morning. Good afternoon. Sorry. Yes, I'm Geno, Mr. 8-Pack. How are you today?
I am everything, and everything is me. Sometimes wishing I had that 8-pack, but I'm going to get into that in just a few moments. Okay.
I got it for you on layaway.
Sometimes. Okay, so what I would like to do is to start this off with, let me introduce myself and the world to you. So let's start with just a brief introduction of who Geno Sylvain is and what makes Geno tick in the world of health and fitness.
Okay. Well, thank you again. I was blessed by the Lord with my calling, and that's to help others. My goal in life is to reduce obesity, especially with the epidemic within our youth. It's through the roof. Did you know there's more people overweight versus hunger? So if we all can participate with me and help me eat less meals, we can help the hunger. We can kill two birds with one stone. Let's start with that. My creation is an Napster. When I used to compete, everyone was known for a six-pack, so I wanted to be different. So I created this little app that fits in my pocket. You could travel with it. You can work at the office with it. I mean, it's so easy. Any woman can fit into their purse or a man's backpack, okay? So all you could do is hold yourself. The only way for you to get low abs, the 8-pack, is by suspending yourself as though you're doing chin-ups to raise your knees into your chest. And for me, that was very difficult. The most I was able to accomplish was 10 to 15. So I had to create something to get more out of that lower pouch, that area we all stubborn about. You know, they call it a muffin top, whatever else they call it. But the most important thing is, how do we get that flat stomach? So I created this little piece. It's called the Abster. And all you do is sit in a chair on the floor on your bed. You attach it to any part of the door, and you bring your knees into you, okay? Extend your legs, bring your knees into you. That will create that lower stomach muscle to diminish, body fat to diminish, to give you that flat stomach. So regardless if you won't have the muffin top, you could bring that to an ironing board, meaning a nice flat stomach, or take it to the next level as a washboard, and that's the 8-pack.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Now, let me go here, because when we talk about health and fitness, let me read this, because I know when you came into this, you know, as most folks do, you know, there's the goal of wanting to reduce obesity, wanting to make sure everyone is healthy and this, that, and the other. How is it that you're able to assist and really work with someone who is looking to be healthy versus trying to necessarily become skinny? I'm a man of size, and I'm 6'4". I'm 290 pounds, and I am one who's had gastric surgery to lose weight. I'm down 170 pounds. I was at 460 at my heaviest.
Wow.
Now, I didn't mind it. As a matter of fact, you know, a lot of folks did not think that I was as big as I was, because on my frame, I'm one who carried my weight well. However, being over 40 now, my body was saying, okay, girl, you got to come on up off this, because we can't do this like this anymore. Plus, there's other health issues that I will get into in just a minute. But in dealing with that, I'm looking out for my big boy community. A lot of us may want to exercise and want to be healthy, but not necessarily lose our big boy status, if you will. It becomes a mindset. So in dealing with that, how do you prepare someone for health, you know, in reaching optimal health, and yet maintaining some sense of mental stability without this becoming a mental trip for them?
Right. Well, my job is to get everyone to be comfortable with themselves. My slogan is to love yourself naked, regardless if you're overweight, underweight, you know, regardless what it is. My job is to make you feel comfortable. But my main goal is for you to understand being a big man is a great thing if that what makes you comfortable and makes you happy. But let's about the health, okay? Like you said, finally you decide at the age of 40 you would like to be healthier within the inside. It's not always the outside. It's like a beautiful car. The car can be very, very shiny, but it doesn't start. The engine is dead. Okay, so...
Okay, you did that. Ah, perfect. Okay.
Okay, so I like to... Most of my clients, matter of fact, out here in Queens, I'm based out in New York, Forest Hills, New York. And I have a special for anyone that's over 300 pounds. I train them for free because I believe that they, too, can be beautiful on the outside, just as great as in the inside that they already have. So let's make them sure and make them happy with the inside, but let's make them sure to understand how to be healthy in the inside. Okay, your organs, by eating bad, enlarges on you, and that's what creates all these major diseases and diabetes and end up amputating your leg because of the food that you love to eat. So let's learn how to eat correctly and love each other and love ourselves naked.
Love ourselves naked. Well,
yeah.
Okay. Damn. So you're just getting to know me. I'm not going to sock that to you just yet. I don't want to scare you off. Okay. Let me go here.
I like to be honest with everyone. I mean, of course, you love yourself naked, but let's be honest. Look in the mirror and say, would I want myself looking like this? Okay, I want you to love you. Yeah, so can love you. Okay, that's the most important thing, loving you. Okay, but now be also honest with yourself. You look in that mirror. If you had to pick another person just like you, would you pick you?
Did you go right there with that?
Yes, I did.
Damn. Okay. Well, wait a minute. Because here's a twofold thing, and maybe this may not be your particular part of the expertise in it. Which is why I'm posing this question, because a lot of people, if they get caught in that rat race of exercise, because they see the before, and, when they look at it themselves, getting out of the shower, oh, my love handles here. I got man boobs, and I like my boobs, but at the same time, because I've had such a dramatic weight loss, they look like mud flaps on me now, so I need to develop them and carry it on, and right now they're not appealing. So it's like, wow. So in that mindset, the old, the almost having the pity party stage with looking in the mirror. How is it that as a trainer, you're able to get someone to lift themselves up out of pity party mode and get motivated to say, no, you can change that. If you don't like it, you can change that. That's something that you can change, and this is how we do it. What is your strategy in that? Because it becomes like mental health work as well, doesn't it?
Yes, sir. You're definitely correct. Okay, so back to loving yourself. You had to decide for you to participate on a proper way of eating to decrease on your body weight. So apparently you love yourself. You love yourself so much you wanted to lose that body fat. And I'm proud of you. And I want everyone else that's listening to be proud of themselves, to want to lose the weight. Yes, you may be married. Yes, your man may want you. He may love you. Your woman may love you. Okay, but you have to love you to say, hey, I want to be healthier. I'm not pushing all my clients to be me. I'm not pushing my clients to have an 8-pack. I'm just pushing everyone to be healthy. You can bring yourself down, regardless if it's 20, 40, 50 pounds, that will give you a longer life and a healthier life. That's my goal, to give you that confidence. I don't want you to be someone you're not. I just want you to be healthy.
Okay.
Regardless if you have flaps that you call it, whatever you want to call it, mud flaps, okay? But are you healthier? Are you breathing okay? Are you able to walk and sit and do the things that you always wanted to do at when you were young? Okay, so it's important to do these things instead of, like, if you have young kids. We have our kids. Like, for example, myself, I'm 52. My son's 11. We can go to the park and play some ball. An average guy that's 52 that's overweight, they're not able to move around with their kids, and these kids are in demand for their parents. Don't be selfish and think about yourself. Think about your own, family that you need to be there for.
Okay. Let me read this because, as I said, I wanted to put a little twist in this because in dealing with Black History Month, one of the things, it's cute to talk about, Harriet and Malcolm and Martin and Rosa and all of that. Mm-hmm. And, you know, of course, I'm sure somebody's going to be playing Roots in a minute, you know, during the month, and we're going to get bombarded with Roots and things. But one of the things that we hit on but don't necessarily go into, and that is, excuse me, I just had a deep swallow. Excuse me. And that is understanding habits and things that have been passed on from generation to generation with poor eating habits, the kind of foods that we eat from, and then understanding that in eating that same food today with the genetic modifications that food has gone through over the last 400 years, it's not the same. So it's even worse in some cases than it was back then. Let me read this. And this, I'm reading this from, it's an article here. This was written in 1996, but I think what they say here is still relevant today. And this is from an article called CURE, Reparations, Education, and Advocacy. And CURE stands for Caucasians United for Reparations and Emancipation. Now, how about that one? Okay. Okay. It says here, slavery-learned lifestyle of days gone by continues to contribute today to high rates of teen pregnancies and single-parent households. Black infants, according to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, are 2.4 times likely to die before their first birthday. In 1993, the rate of black infant deaths were 16.5 per 1,000 compared to white infants' death rates at 6.8 per 1,000. This attributed to high-risk pregnancies, drug abuse, and lack of health care in poverty-stricken areas. One of the most obvious health problems is in the descendants of enslaved Africans today is obesity. Dr. Kwame Osei of the Ohio State University says that 10% of Africans are overweight compared to 30% of white Americans and 40% of black Americans. The highest risk group in America is black women. 50% are overweight. Many are morbidly obese, meaning that they are so heavy that the risk of sudden death follows them constantly. Mm-hmm. Fat crowds out the lungs, squeezes the intestines, and overloads the joints. Movement is a challenge. Blacks learned how to eat from their parents and grandparents who ate whatever the slave masters gave them, mostly pork fat. Obesity is linked to most of the health problems in the African American community today. 3 million have diabetes, 85% of which is caused by obesity and can be cured with proper diet and exercise. Blacks have twice the rate of diabetes as white Americans. Diabetes causes cardiovascular, heart and blood vessel problems, high blood pressure, respiratory problems, blindness, and amputations of limbs due to poor circulation, healing, and kidney failure. Poor dietary habits contribute heavily to coronary heart disease, which amounts to 23% of deaths in black America. Blacks have higher rates of coronary heart disease at younger ages than whites. Major manifestations include obesity, high cholesterol, diabetes, and hypertension, all occurring in epidemic proportions in African Americans. Now, having said all that, okay, in your research and in your coming into understanding your gift of wanting to teach folks and reach folks about understanding health and understanding better eating habits and eating choices, have you made that correlation, or is that something that you've considered with our culture of going back on with eating habits and dietary needs that we have taken on?
Yes. Well, here are some great tips for all. Okay? Like, for example, what I usually do with all my clients to start a proper way of nutrition. I try not to call it a diet because D-I-E is not one of my favorite words.
Okay.
Okay? So the most important thing we need to understand is we start off like baby step. We have to learn how to crawl first and stand, and then we walk, and then we can run. Everyone wants to lose weight. Everyone wants to look back and say, hey, when would I lose this 30 pounds? How long would it take me? But no one ever sat there and says, how long did it take for me to gain all that weight? Did you count on the way up? Counting on the way down. Okay? So what I do is I take you with the type of diet that you using at this point, I try to show them the proper way of eating the same exact food first, just by diminishing the fat, diminishing all the bad things, the extra cheese, all that kind of stuff that they put over it. So let's still eat. Like, for example, take a Spanish person that's eating, rice and beans and plátano fritos and, all that, the pork stuff. I say, well, let's start eating the same thing. We'll have the rice and beans. Let's not use the adobo. Let's just use a regular sea salt. Okay? I'm not telling them to stop short, because it's like someone that smokes a cigarette. They just can't stop short. So we take step by step by step, and then they start feeling better, and then we take it to the next level, and the next level would be taking out the salt completely, okay? And then that would help diminish the blood pressure, okay? High salt would cause you the blood pressure. So the reason that everyone out here now that's listening at high blood pressure, if you look around, all the foods you consuming, they're all very high on sodium, and that's the salt that's giving you all that pressure into your heart. So if you take out the salt alone, you start feeling better, and it would diminish the water retention. So when you decrease your water retention, you'll lose weight. Believe it or not, 60% of your body is functioning off of water. Okay, so we must drink the water, but if we eat high sodium, the body retains that water. Okay, so if we stop the sodium, the salt, and then you drink the water, it would push out the old water, and right away you see yourself losing, 20 pounds within the first 30 days. Okay, so simple little things like that, people get excited. So, oh my God, that's it? I'm still eating the same food, and I lost 20 pounds. So they get excited. So I get excited. Then I take it to the next. Okay, then the next level, everyone is different again. Maybe 20 pounds may be enough for you. If I feel that's healthy for you, if I feel you look good enough for it, and we both agree, and we stop there. My job is not try to make you a bodybuilder like me or 8-pack. My job is to get you no more medication, no more high blood pressure, no more diabetes. All that can be diminished or completely disappear just by eating correctly. Okay, so we need to understand eating correctly is so important. Yes, we learned from my grandparents how to eat, because it's like for example, if our parents showed us how to wash our hair, put shampoo in the toilet, stick your head in and flush it, we will believe that's the correct way of doing it. But this is what they showed us. You see what I'm saying? So bad habits is not because of the unknown. It's just the way bad habits pick up. We follow each other. Most people that smoke cigarettes picked up by another friend, okay? Cigarette just never became a habit on your own. Oh, tomorrow morning, when we wake up tomorrow morning, I'm going to buy me some cigarettes. No, you follow each other. So we pick up bad habits regardless if it's a parent, friend, your older brother and sister. I've never had a cigarette, never had a beer in my life, because my brother was 8 years older than me, and he drank and he smoked, and I looked at him and I said, wow, this is what I do? That doesn't look good. He comes home beat up, robbed, and so on and so on. So it had so much fear within me that I've never in my whole entire life hung out with all my friends that smoke and drink, whatever else that they did. And call me whatever you want to call me, I told them. I love me. I'm not drinking, and I'm not smoking. There's no tattoo. I don't follow the trend. I create a trend, and it's called love me, because God gave me what I have, and I'm going with it. I'm not going differently without it.
Now, here's something that's very interesting. Let me go back here. Now, because you wrote that Spanish off very well, so, and then looking at your bio, your background and your heritage. Heritage is you're Haitian. You're from the island. So, what is that like coming in as a nutrition expert, dealing with the cultural differences? Because a Haitian black person, y'all been eating differently than the children here on the mainland anyway. So, how was that for you coming in with the cultural disparages? That we have that exists between everything, between your cultural background and then coming over here into the States and acclimating to what's going on here.
Right. It was a little bit easier for me, the fact that I came here at a very young age, at 6, so I didn't really have the bad habit as much, okay? But most of my parents were both into health. My mother was a nurse. My father was into, sports and high cliff jumping and all that kind of stuff. So we always ate correctly. I was not allowed to go trick-or-treating because candy was not allowed. So I never missed candy because I never had it. You can't miss it if you never had it, okay?
True that.
So it's important because, to me, even though my parents would still give me that type of food, but it did not have the extra fat. We used the healthier oil. We used the olive oil versus, the crystal oil, the lard. If you wanted the green plantains, we still fried them with Pam. We still had, natural stuff, but still had the same taste. For example, okay, let's look at a cow. A cow eats grass. How in the hell is he so big? Right? It's called body type. It's not always people think it's what you eat. Chinese people eat rice. They're not fat, so it's not the carbs that's bad. It's what they put on top of the rice that makes it really crazy. Most of the food that they sell in the Chinese restaurant is not what they eat. Okay, the pork fried rice and all the other stuff that people are, watching on TV and at the corner stores, the bodegas and all that kind of stuff, that's not what they eat. They're Italian, same thing. They eat their big lunch, their dinner at 12 o'clock. They don't have their big meals the way we have it at night. Okay, these are the bad habits that we have picked up because of. Okay, so it's not. Don't blame it. People have a tendency to blame it. Oh, it's the black eyed peas. It's the this. It's the that. No. Okay, it's the extra fat that we're eating that's killing us. It's the extra salt that we're putting on our food. I mean, I've seen people at the restaurant will order food. They haven't even tasted the food, and they're adding salt to it.
And will put on a half a bottle of salt. Okay. I know folks that do that constantly. I'm like, child, wait a minute. Wait. Okay.
Exactly.
Oh, my God.
Okay,
yeah,
that's what's killing them, okay? Because they picked up that bad habit from the grandmother or the mother that went to the restaurant as a kid. That's the thing to do.
Right.
Okay, that's the thing to do. Right. But now, my job, okay, I've gone to all the young schools, junior high school, elementary schools, even kindergarten, and I try to educate them, and they would go home. I give them pamphlets to understand what's killing us, okay? And I'm trying to stop it because most of our parents don't know any better. Okay, and I had a few kids put their hands up and say, well, my mother eats healthy. My mother eats all this grain and this. She's still fat. Okay, I mean, these kids, they see it. They see it because it's so important now. The vision, look at the commercials. Everything is skinny. Even the radio became Light FM. Everything is... Okay, we are trying to follow it, but no one is really following it. Instead of to understand, we can still eat, decrease. This is the best tip. Anyone that's listening right now, the best tip you can have carbs, okay? Don't believe, carb is bad for you. Your body feeds off a carb to feed the brain for you to think. If you don't have carbs, you're not going to think. But have it, moderation to have it for breakfast, and maybe between 6 to 9, you have 2 carbs. That will be enough for you to function around, have energy and strength for your brains to think correctly, okay? The water is the most important thing right now. It's the 60% of your body is functioning off of water, so a gallon of water is mandatory. So I know it's difficult in the beginning. Yes, you'll run to the bathroom every 5 minutes, only in the beginning until your body gets used to it, okay? And then you salt out, okay? You still can have the same fried chicken. Okay, let's listen for 1 second. You're still going to have the same fried chicken, but get a healthier oil, okay? And without using the salt, you can use paprika, you can use garlic, you can use black pepper to give it the same type of taste. Put a little lemon on it. That will give it the same taste as salt, okay? And then you'll start getting healthier. I'm not telling you not food. You can have the same food, just bake it, grill it, however, but do it in a healthier way. Because I love you. Because if you don't love yourself, who's going to love you? You have
how about that one?
For others to love you.
Okay. All right, now let's go here. Because, see, one of the things about food and in dealing with, because I know your plight is with our youth and understanding, the kids nowadays, it is really something to where I'm seeing 10-year-old boys who need a bra and they got bigger titties than grown women.
Boobs and a woman is 36D.
Right. And my whole thing with that, number one, I don't like seeing that on a child, okay, because as a gay man, see me in about 30 years, honey, and we can talk. But at that particular point, what I think that what we're forgetting about all of that is the genetically altered food. The food itself is not the same as it was back in the day. Because an argument a debate that came across
was, back during slavery time, the master gave us all of this and all of that, and we had to create a delicacy out of the scraps. Okay, that's lovely. Okay, we did what we had to do. And over
we
time...
out of slavery, though.
Right. Okay, true that. Over time, that those were passed down. But now that we're into where the animals are being fed steroids and they're being fed antibiotics and this, that, and the other, we are now ingesting all of that and then they're also genetically splicing. We got clones and carried on. What fruit do you know does not produce seeds? You got seedless watermelons and seedless this and this, that, and the other, which means those are genetically altered. A fruit, that's what you learned that in biology class. That's why it's called a fruit, because it has the seeds to reproduce, to recreate.
Is something that's reseedable.
Exactly. So whenever we have food that, that's particularly in the fruit department that doesn't have any seeds or whatever, it's convenient because you don't have to pick through it or spit them out. But
yes. I wouldn't agree with all this, man-made. I mean, we all live on the plastic world, okay? Look at our women these days, it's all plastic. Even our money is all plastic, okay? So the world lives on a fake. Okay, but the fact that food that are synthetic, whatever you want to call it, okay, that's not what's killing people the most. What's killing people the most is they're adding to it. They'll get that seedless watermelon, and then they have to put cream cheese all over it or sugar on top of it to make it sweeter. These are the things that's really killing them. I'm not agreeing, that these artificial food are killing people. I would not agree with that. It's what you do with it. Okay, the same way. We all have the same ability. We all have the same brain. It's what we do with it. Do we go to school with it? You guys, you got guys that's robbing banks. You got guys that's selling the drugs. They have a great mind to create this master plan. So why don't you utilize it in school and do something with it and have a profession? Okay, so I get pissed off when I see people overweight. I get pissed off when I see, because we all have the same ability. We just don't care. Don't say you love your body because it's overweight, or my husband loved this big butt I have and this. Okay, does he love you when you lost that leg? Okay, when he love that big butt of yours, would he still feed you? So I get pissed off when I see at the restaurants. I see some of these, mothers feeding this kid that's 4 or 5 years old all this extra fat, and it hurts me. I'll walk over and say, "What are you trying to do? You said you love your kid. You're killing him." They look at me and crazy. Here's my card, and every single day, believe it or not. Okay? Believe it or not, 9 out of 10 usually call me. He says, "I don't know any better." I say, "I know. I'll train you mentally for free to understand maybe you don't care about yourself anymore, but please take care of your children." And believe it or not, I'm well known for this neighborhood for that purpose, because everyone is now learning correctly what's killing them.
Okay. Let me put a pause right here. When I come back, I'm going to take a commercial break. When I come back, let's get on. I want to go further into this whole thing about diet and exercise, and I want to come into you creating your brand, because you're on your 4th gym right now, which is genetics, and understanding. I want to take us on that journey of as you learn what changed in the gyms. Going from the first gym into diamonds, into this one, and now into genetics. What changed over the years, and then how is it that you're able to now go forth and become a beacon for better health and movement? Because I think one of the things I think that we don't get enough is movement, and with technology and stuff. I'm going to get into that when we come back. So hold on. Let me take another commercial break, and then we'll talk turkey, honey. All right. Gobble, gobble.
Egypt. Vidal. Couture. Egypt. Vidal. Couture. Enjoy high fashion with luxurious twist. Step into the future with fresh, innovative couture. Designed by Miss Michi DeVale. Michi DeVale. For more information, contact Michi at 313-996-9807. 313-996-9807. Or go to Facebook and go to facebook.com/Michi DeVale. That's MICHIEEDEVALE. Michi DeVale Eacham Vidal Couture. The Big Brothers Network. Yeah, men of color, men of size. The Big Brothers Network was created to celebrate the larger man of color and those who admire him. We intend to promote a positive self-image within our community and the mainstream population. Our goal is to embrace our differences, to inspire self-love, and increase camaraderie through positive, brotherly interactions. We intend to accomplish these goals through the BBN magazine, local and national events, and networking forums. For more information or to catch the latest copy of the BBN magazine, please go to www.bigbrothersnetwork.com. That's www.bigbrothersnetwork.com. The Big Brothers Network. Men of color, men of size. And we are back. All right, if you're just joining us and want to come in on this conversation, please feel free to call in at 347-205-9183. That's 347-205-9183. And we're here, Mr. Geno Sylvain, who is the master of the 8-pack abs. So now, just before the break, I said I wanted to go into more of understanding the whole idea of wanting to get into movement and diet and exercise with people who may not understand that movement is important. You know, we're in the technological age now where everything now is sitting in front of the computer. They're PS3 and they're on their tablets and everybody, the games are just there. When we were kids, it was all about going outside, running, playing. Yep. We had a sense of exercise, and I've always been a big kid. See, I'm one who always been big. I was a chubby kid all my life. I mimicked my dad eating. If he had 2 pork chops, I wanted 2 pork chops because I want to be like my daddy. You know what I'm saying? And this, that, and the third. And so that there was how I began to eat. And see, Daddy was working, when we were a family, before my parents split, he was working at the plant and carrying on, not understanding that he's burning that off and he's lifting car parts and blah, 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 blah. When we were kids, we ran, we jumped, we played the games. I jumped out of abandoned houses and climbed trees and, all of that. Right. Now, kids do not have that mobility anymore. They don't have it. And a lot of kids now, being as big as they are at such an early age, because I was big and chubby, yeah, but these kids are looking like they're much bigger than what I was back in the day, And I mean, please, to see a 10-year-old that's weighing 250 pounds, that's saying a lot,
So how is it that you embrace these cultural changes and the sign of the times when you are approaching the mindset of a potential client?
Right. Okay. Back in 1983, when I first started, my competition was Jack LaLanne on TV. My first gym was.
Did you say Jack LaLanne? Stop. LaLanne.
Okay.
Okay, you just worked me for Jack LaLanne. Okay.
My competition was Jack LaLanne. So my first gym was 24 hours back in 1980s. Okay, where that was the unknown. Now everything is 24-hour. Pharmacy, 24-hour, every single thing. So at that point, I was not able to really afford a staff. I used to lock the door, sleep at the front door. People had to knock to walk in and walk out. They had to knock for me to open the door for them in and out. Okay, for 2 years, I had to run my business that way, accumulating to the point where it became successful, and to the point where I've opened a larger gym on Queens Boulevard by the name of Platinum, 24 hours as well, 18,000 square feet. My expense per month was $62,000 per month just to run it, okay? And my job was to educate people, understand proper way of eating. And the reason why it became so successful, because I gave away, free membership if you were over 300 pounds. And people were coming, they were learning, and they brought their kids, and they started learning. Because where else can you go? Our parents taught us the wrong things. So there's a location that's available now out in Queens. My job is eventually, if we can get more help out of, the world to participate with me, to give this information that people can lose the weight and be healthy. Okay, we picked up these bad habits. Like you said, you wanted to be just like your father. Your father didn't love you enough to let you do it. He should have known better. This is not healthy for me. I'm killing me. Why I'm going to let him follow me? Okay, that's what I'm doing for my kids. We learn, and I'm teaching him to carry on. He goes to school. He's like a preacher. He'll sit in the lunchroom. The kids are eating, cheese sandwiches and all that kind of stuff. And he said, it's really bad for you. It gives you pimples and gives you heart attacks, and then give these kids my business card. And believe it or not, the parents are calling. The parents are coming. I said, you may not know any better, so allow me to teach you correctly. And this is how I'm getting the word out there with the gyms, with the parents, with the kids.
Okay. So now, let's continue on with you building your dynasty and your brand, because I'm intrigued. What have you learned over the years, coming from the first gym to the second gym, not just in acquiring size and better equipment or whatever, but what have you learned over the years that now have brought you to genetics and they have you to create the Appster?
Well, people, okay? It was pretty much everyone, if you remember back in the 80s, it was the nice outfits and people were just a little bit slimmer and everyone was doing it just to do it. They didn't really understand it. So now it's more education is towards understanding the fact that everyone is getting overweight. So they try to keep up with the Joneses. They're trying to keep up with the gym just to say they have a membership, but they really haven't understand anything yet. Okay? So I felt it was a lot better in the 80s and started diminishing, okay, towards the 90s, and then the economy dropped, so people started eating, worse because they couldn't really afford to eat as great. So eating healthy is not cheap. Okay, so that's one of the reasons. Also, it's easier to spend $5 and get a Big Mac meal versus for you to go get some grilled chicken or and salad that's going to cost you $15 versus $5. I understand the math to the point where people are obese because they cannot afford to eat correctly. So what I try to explain to them is they still can. They still can get the regular chicken. They can have some greens. There's nothing too crazy about it. And the same $5 can give them 2-3 meals instead of buying the Big Mac with the fries and the large soda. I got pissed off when Bloomberg was talking about cutting the size of the soda. I said it's not the size of the soda that's cutting the problem. You need to educate them to understand what's in the soda. You can't tell people what to do, what to drink. They're paying for it. Maybe if you educate them, maybe they'll learn.
Right. Okay, you know what? Wait a minute, because, see, here has always been one of the questions I've had with everybody in the fitness arena, okay? And that is, why have you guys not got together to be on these alliances and on these petitions and everything, to go to the farmers and to Congress and things about a lot of this food? Why is it that eating healthy or healthier is always coming out of the pocket to get organic this and organic that, to where to get a pound of organic tomatoes is like $5 a pound versus 99 cents for this genetically altered bullshit that's and that's there. Why have not, because everyone would sit down and say, okay, yes, we understand you need to eat healthier, this, that, and the other, but we have not heard of an allegiance or an alliance that goes to and challenge these children to where it is comparable. Folks who are on food stamps, please trust me, I go to Kroger to get the 10 for 10 because at the same $10, I can get 10 little Tino's pizzas, and make my cupboards look full in this freezer, and could take it and have half of that throughout the day versus taking that same $10 to buy one little bitty old piece of something that's only a one night's meal. Mm-hmm. How come we don't see more of that? Because the unknown, education all over again. Okay, so if you would like to eat better, healthier, okay, again, like I said earlier, it's not the type of food that you're buying, it's how they're preparing the food. Okay, you buy the tomato that costs $5 versus the 99 cents. Yes, it may taste better, but I don't think it's going to kill you. But if you're putting, cheese all over it and then lard all over it to taste good, that's what's killing you. The additives. Okay. Of course, we all not rich to go out and buy the organic food. Like you said, you're going to spend $5-10 on one meal versus the same $10 can get you 4 meals. Okay, so please just stay away from all the crazy cheese and salt and lard. Yes, it may taste good, but just because it tastes good doesn't mean it's good for you. But you can make it taste good, believe it or not. I've created a few recipes. For anyone that's listening, my website is geneticsbygeno.com. You can send me an email. I'll answer all types of questions to help anyone and everyone. If you want personal training over online, on Skype, I'm able to help you. There's no reason why I'm not able to help you. If you can't afford it, there's still a way for me to help you. There's always a way if you want it. You have to want it. But the most important thing, you have to have patience or else you'll be a patient. Ooh, if that ain't a quote. Wait a minute. No, you did not work me for that. You have to have patience or you will be a patient. Woo! Yes, sir. Now, that's love right there. Oh, that's love right. I like that one. Oh, I like that one. Okay. All right, now let me go here because, see, this is where I fall into the spectrum of all of this. As I said, I'm a gastric. I had the gastric sleeve. I'm a gastric sleeve patient, and I did not want to have this damn surgery. Okay. However, because I have an abdominal hernia, and I've had 4 repair jobs on my hernia. 4 hernia repairs, and it redeveloped. So I had to have the gastric surgery to lose enough weight to prepare me for the next surgery. Okay, right. So and then I'm upgraded now to a full abdominal reconstruction because the stomach walls are weakened and carrying on, blah blah blah. So this is going to be a major overhaul. And once I come out of the healing process, this is going to start me where I can get back into the gym. But that's just it right there. I am very limited with what I can do exercise-wise because my stomach right now, I look like I'm pregnant. Okay? That's how large the hernia is. Is it swollen? Okay. Huh? Is it swollen? Yeah, pretty much so. Yeah. Is it swollen or is it overweight fat? No. This is the hernia itself because it's this is the hernia itself. Okay. So because of that,
I am very limited with what I can do. In fact, everything that I want to do, I've been told that I can't really focus on it because I need my core to be in place. And with the hernia being as large as it is, it will hurt something. It will tear something up, or it would be whatever. When you're dealing with folks who either have comorbidities and cannot do certain things, how does one navigate around all of that in order to be fit? I can walk, but even right now, I can't walk like I would. I had such a trauma with my surgeries last year to where I'm not at 100%. So now, it wanted to rebuild, which is why I was saying, my mud flaps look like they are because I can't build like I want to build to get it back up. I like being a big man, but right now I don't feel like I am because I feel as though I'm deficient in some ways. You know what I'm saying? Right. So how do you navigate around that for people like me who coming from surgeries or someone who's obese, and may not be able to have the stamina for all of that?
I mean, okay, beautiful. Like for example, for yourself, okay, if you would sit on the bed, correct, and you're able to lay back. Yeah. Okay, and from the bed. When you're coming out the bed, you are able to bring your legs around, correct? Yeah. And you can put your foot on the floor and you can curl yourself up to get up, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Is there any pain with that?
Not sometimes, every now and again, but I will experience it from time to time, but mostly no.
Right. Most important thing before anyone decides to participate with the gym, okay, we are able to do things to start, just like I said, crawl first before you stand and before you could run, okay? So each day, okay, if you start with 10, you put your feet on the floor, you keep your back on the mattress, and you try to sit up. Lay back down. You try to sit up. You just did 10 abs, okay? You are willing to help yourself build that weakness that you have. Each of your stomach muscles are weak, and that's why it's pulling on your abdominal areas that's causing all these major problems. So what you need to do is to learn how to use your own body weight to able to function. So once you're able to do that, it becomes easier. And then now you can lay on the bed, slowly lift one leg at a time, just about 3 to 4 inches off the bed, okay? See if that hurts. No? Now try both legs. See if that hurts. No. So, again, let's try 10. Up, down, 10. That would also work your lower abdominal area to give it the strength so for you to go to the next level. So this is how I get my clients. Some of the clients over 300 pounds, when they come in, they're not able to use my machinery. They're like, I can't use any of these machinery. I say, I know, my job is to get you to understand how to use your own body weight first, and then sit and stand. Some people, it's very difficult for them to just sit and stand. So we get comfortable with that. Then we add 5 pounds in each hand, sit and stand. We take step by step to get them to like exercises. Most people are petrified of the big machinery, but if you have the correct trainer to help you, they will take you to the next level slowly. That's the reason why I say you must have patience or else you'll be a patient.
Yeah, okay, because you hit me, right? I'm gonna tell you, I wasn't gonna say that out loud, but you just hit me because I know I would get very impatient because I go up against myself. I'm like, okay, I should be able to do this because I know I can. I like working out and walking on the treadmill and carrying on, and when I found out that I couldn't go, I had gotten up to a 3.2 speed on the treadmill. I'm like, oh, okay, I could do this damn amount. I done got down to where I could do this. When I'm walking a half hour or whatever, I got up to be able to walk on the treadmill for an hour. I was like, oh yes, we can do this, honey. Okay, fabulous, love. We finna work this on now. I got my music in my ear. I'm walking to the beat of this music, and on top of it, I'm asthmatic. So, I've learned how to breathe without going into a damn asthma attack and carry it on. So I'm working it. But, having the traumas that I've had, because I've had, like I said, I've had the gastric, and then I end up having to have a major surgery afterwards because the gastric caused a complication, which caused
for me to have 4 more surgeries or surgical procedures, which my body has just been completely traumatized. This is within. I had my gastric in August of 2012, and then February 2013, I'm back in the hospital having 4 other surgeries.
Mm-hmm.
So, my body has just gone through. So I'm in the healing process and wanting to get into the gym. And I know for me, right now, because of the mental anguish that I'm going through with my body image, I want to go up in there. I want to grab the weights. I want to lift these. I want to lift this shit so that I can get to there. And I know, I can't just snap my finger or twitch my nose and I could be where I want to be. I know it's going to take time, but I am in that rut with everyone else to where, okay, if I don't see results in 30 days, honey, I'm giving this up. I'm one of those kids.
Correct.
So how do we break that, and understand it? Like I know you said earlier, it took you time to gain it.
Right.
This much.
Are you in a rush to
now
lose
it's going to take you time to come off of it, because I know I'm an emotional eater, and I would go to White Castle on a regular day at White Castle. It was a sack of 10 plus 2 chicken sandwiches, 2 fish sandwiches, and a large fry and something to drink. That was just a regular meal for me. But when I got pissed because somebody made me mad, or if I was dealing with something, then it became a sack of 10 cheeseburgers. Exactly. Things would double, and then about 2 hours after that, then I would load up on sugar. Because then I got to have my chocolate and my cake and this, that, and the other. And I know, as an entertainer, I had worn my costume one day. I'm on stage, and it was fine. 3 days later, I went to go put that damn costume on, and I couldn't get into it. I had gained whatever I gained it within 3 days and could not get into my costume. And that threw me. So, now that I put it on, this, that, and the other, it took me to those particular changes. So now what is it about that where we struggle with the impatience of exercise and diet and this, that, and the other? Because I have my days, we could start off eating cute and eating lovely, but I'm one who have cravings. When my cravings kick, God.
Right. And, when you got upset at Leroy and you wanted to have 10 cheeseburgers and 10 burgers and all the other stuff, who were you hurting?
Right, but at the time, at the time of going through all of that, that's not what's on my mind. I'm just pissed, and rather than kick his ass or whatever, I went to go eat because
my job
let me just deal with me.
To understand, when something is bothering you, what to do instead. You put your time into cooking. You put your time into, hey, you know what, I'm not able to go to the gym because I'm a little overweight right now. Let me use my own body weight. My job will give you a few exercises, like I said, even in your bed. I have this video coming out. It's called Bed Abs, the exercises you can do in your bed. You don't need to purchase anything. Just a simple little things that you can get, just your body weight, laying in the bed, and I'll give you about 5 different exercises for you to follow, and each month we'll give you 5 new ones, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I will take you to the next level. We don't need to go to the gym first day. That's why I say love yourself naked. It means you have to love you first instead of trying to keep up with the Joneses or keep up, I have to go to the gym and lift heavy and this and that. We create all these demons in our head to believe that we have to do all these things. I've had clients that accomplish great lost weight, 40, 50 pounds, and we haven't touched the weight yet. For example, you had mentioned that you were so proud of yourself to do an hour cardio on that treadmill. Okay, now I can get you to lose more body fat by doing 15 minutes. Since you started with 3.2, you were proud of that. Instead of going to an hour, 45 minutes, why don't we do 3.4 for only 12 minutes? And then 3.8 for 15 minutes. Okay, you can increase the intensity more than you can increase the time frame. Okay, it's like, I don't know if it's okay to say it on the radio, but working out is like sex. You don't need 2 hours to have sex.
Now, see, good. I'm glad you went there because I was going there anyway. Let's go there.
Okay, that's good. Let me finish with that then. I've had some of my clients, when I had the large gym, these guys trying to lift heavy and trying to do all this crazy stuff, I'll say to them, I says, wow, I heard you, proud to say, you had sex with your girlfriend yesterday for 2 hours. I said, would you like to have sex with my girlfriend? He said, well, why would you want to say that? I said, well, apparently your girlfriend's not good enough. It took you 2 hours to get a climax.
Ooh.
So back to working out.
Wait a minute. Wait, that's a pie. Did you just... right in the face. Did you just... Wow. Wait. That took me too fast. Okay. Wow. Bam. Okay, let me go. Okay. See, this is where I'm going with this because, for those of us, most of us who are overweight and things, we're dealing with high blood pressure and it's all kinds of blood issues, circulation problems and blah, blah, blah. And here's the thing, because as a man, one of the things that we don't want to readily say is if dealing with erectile dysfunction, those who are psychotropic drugs, they're taking Ritalin, they're taking all of this, one of the side effects becomes sexual side effects from a lot of these drugs that we're taking. And, a man's glory, honey, is how he can perform, okay? If you ain't throwing it down, especially a black man, honey, we coming from slavery, so that slave mentality is I got to lay it down, because if I don't lay it down, then I'm not man enough, or I'm not the Mandingo warrior, I'm not the Nubian king or the god, and... with the sex partners, the information travels. Okay, bitches are gonna sit up there. They're gonna tell your business now. Okay. No, he couldn't keep it up. He couldn't this. He couldn't that. Don't fuck with him. Don't whatever.
Right.
Okay.
If your body fat increases, your cholesterol goes up. Your erection goes down.
Interesting. If your cholesterol goes up, your erection goes down. Okay, so now here it is, and I've asked this of trainers before, and I've not gotten a clear answer. I've always went to them and said, okay, listen, I want to have better sexual performance in my bedroom, and this is when I was like at maybe 370 or whatever. So they look at me as a man of size, and one of the things that I know sex is exercise in itself. Okay, it's physical. It requires, especially if you're going to backflip and handstand and all of this, that, and the other. However,
when you work out, it raises your testosterone, better blood flow, and you get better erection. But a small little tip that I can give you, that I've given to all my other clients, okay, it's not only because of overweight. A person can be 150 pounds. The cholesterol can still be high. So don't let
exactly.
Okay, so if your cholesterol is up, your blood pressure is up, okay, there's no blood going down to the penis. Okay, so what we need to do is by eating a lot healthier, and 2 small little vitamins that can help you is better than Viagra. So if you're listening or you're ready to write this down, it's a simple 2 little things. Boron, B-O-R-O-N, comes in only 3 milligrams. You take 2 per day, and 1 zinc at 50 milligrams. I guarantee you within the 4th day, you'll feel like you're the Mandingo like you always wanted to be.
Boron and zinc.
Yes, sir. You try that?
I knew about the zinc. I've heard of zinc and carrying on. I've heard folks, a man loses zinc whenever he has an ejaculation. He loses the zinc and needs to replace his zinc and this, that, and the other. This is the first time I've heard of boron. Really?
B-O-R-O-N. It comes in 3 milligrams. You take those 2 together every single day. I guarantee you'll be looking for me, because you will be the man again.
Well, shut up. All right. Now going into exercises and carrying on, because again, I'm answering these questions from my big boys, because a lot of us, it's all about, doing push-ups and carrying on, and I'm gonna be me. I was finna say I'm not gonna get graphic. Fuck that. I'm finna be me. Okay. In taking your position, you pushing up. A lot of us don't know how to navigate our weight.
Correct.
Particularly in sexual encounters, because we done got comfortable, we done learned how to get into one particular position or whatever because it's comfortable for us in that particular position. Okay? How do you, or no, not how do you.
That's okay.
First, now, has anyone ever came to you specifically and said, what exercises do I need to do to have better sex? Number 1.
Yes.
Number 2, outline that for a guy. What is it?
Okay.
If a guy came up to me and said, "Okay, look, I need to have better sex. My sex life sucks. My dick needs to get hard. I need to be able to lay it down in the bedroom. What do I need to do physically in this gym in order for me to be what I need to be in this bedroom?"
Well, what I try to teach them to understand, it's not in the gym that needs to be done. Okay, what needs to be done is at home, the proper way of eating. Make sure you drink plenty of water. If you have your boron, your zinc, okay, and you decrease your blood pressure by having the extra water, by not having the sodium, the blood pressure would decrease. And then your testosterone level will start increasing once you start moving. It doesn't have to be at the gym. Regardless if you're in the bed, like I told you, with the ab exercise that I gave, walking around the block every morning when you wake up, make sure you love yourself again. Say, I need to do these little things. I don't have to join the gym. I'm going to walk around the block 4 times. Okay, it should take you about 10 minutes. That's good enough. You don't have to sweat. Believe it or not, that's the first step. Then, by you drinking your water, by you taking the boron, by you taking the walk, and by eating a little bit better, you'll start seeing the blood pressure. You start seeing yourself breathing better. You start seeing yourself getting a better erection. You start seeing all these great things, and that will give you your confidence. Once you have your confidence, we'll take it to the next step. Now you would feel like you want to go to the gym. But again, slowly, you take step by step by step, and you'll get far.
All righty then. Well, all righty then. Okay. Now let's go into again. Let's go into you creating the Abster and your clothing line, because see, as I read over you, you know, you're a man of many talents, and this entrepreneur spirit of being able to design fashions and clothing and this, that, and the other for folks to come into wanting to become, you know, to walk into their zenith, to get into that nirvana state. What was it about the ab isolator? I mean, the Abster.
Mm-hmm.
I say ab isolator because that was Tony Little's thing. I had one of those, and it was such a simple little contraption. But after so long, I got bored with it and didn't do anything else with it. But what's different with the Abster that has revolutionized everything? And not only just that, because I know your claim is this whole 8-pack. And for those of you who've not seen his picture, when you go online, if you're looking online, I got his pictures up on the page, and you will see this. He's fabulous. Be lucky you're not same-sex attraction, because I'll hit on you. But you know, in claiming that whole 8-pack thing, what is it that the Abster is going to revolutionize, and also with your clothing line for those who are coming into all of this, because you seem to be a total package, you know, coming from the gym, you know, you start here, you work out, we get the abs, you get the clothes to look cute, you can sit down there and just completely transform. So take us along this journey for you.
Yes. Well, the Abster is not only for the 8-pack. The Abster is for those as well that just want a flat stomach. You know, not everyone wants abs. Plenty of women just want to be fit, a flatter stomach. A woman can be in great shape. She can have real nice legs, nice breasts, and a big fat belly. It kills the whole look. Versus someone that has a nice flat stomach can have humongous legs, and she wears a skirt and hide it. You can't hide the belly. Okay, so the reason why I came out with the Abster originally was to flatten out the stomach. If you take it to the next level, like I said, from a muffin top to an ironing board, and from an ironing board it becomes a washboard. So it depends on the goals of what people are in need for. So I try not to push anyone to the 8-pack. I try to understand, for them to understand that a flat stomach is the most important thing. That will also reduce cholesterol and the diabetes and so on and so on. Okay? So and then once you have that body, you know, my clothing line is designed for someone that has a smaller waist and the bigger butt and the small waist and the big back and the big shoulders, where regular clothing does not fit us, because most clothing were designed for mannequins that are straight up and down, and most of us and most of us are not shaped that way. So my clothing was designed to accommodate that type of contour type of body.
Oh, okay. Well, then wait a minute. Let me back up just a little bit, because you were talking about, you know, you got the thin waist, you got the fat ass.
I'm having major issues with that. I've always been wide in the hips, okay? But since this damn surgery and surgeries, my little bubble, I lost, and it wasn't a real fat bubble. I've always been wide. Just need more weight on this mother. I just need some weight on this bitch so that I can sit up there. My ass has always been my attraction grabber, my ass and my legs. But like I said, I'm in transition right now. But it's bothering me. What? You know, I've heard of crunches. I've heard of the squats. You know, folks are running because I've had a doctor tell me, well, sometimes child folks just won't get it because you may not have been designed that way. So everybody running to get the Brazilian butt lifts or whatever. You know, what do you recommend, you know, for those who are trying to come in to stay out of the surgical arena? You know, how do you build up folks in that particular realm when they come in and say, okay, look, I need my, and particularly men, because most men probably won't say this. You know, you hear it from women that are like, oh, I want my boot to do, you know, blah, blah, blah. And it's a cultural thing with us because, you know, women, you know, are tending to be a little bit more sculptured, you know, to where it's featured here and featured there. Nice breasts, nice ass, you know, wide hips. Me, as a gay man, I want, you know, I keep saying in my head, I want to work out like a woman because everything that a woman wants to focus on is where I'm focusing. You know.
Why? But why?
Because there is my attraction, you know, where what I like to see on a man's body, you know, men don't necessarily.
Are you willing to learn something different?
I am, yeah.
Okay. Now, understand this, okay? And this is what I've ran through most of my clients, okay? Because your vision of what you want in another man doesn't mean every man wants you to have that vision.
Okay. All right, I'll receive that.
But my job is to make you look good, okay? To make you look good, even a woman will look at you, okay?
Right.
So any guy will look at you. So because you understand, some guys like, you know, tall guys. Some guys like short guys. Some guys like guys with bald or long hair or whatever it is, okay? So
right.
Just because you have a preference upon what type of guy you like doesn't mean you have to have that look, okay? Now, what makes everyone follow each other is the look that you have that's unique, okay? So since you're a tall man, why can't we get you a nice, firm body, okay, and give you a nice, flat stomach, okay, and then you will notice your butt even a little bit more because now your belly's not protruding, your butt's going to protrude even more because of the flat stomach.
Okay. Oh, okay. I got you. Now, you know what? Okay, now let me go here, though.
Okay.
Because, see, now, everything about the football player type, the blue-collar type, the big stocky, that there is my arena. If I'm dating or whatever, that's my arena. And I'm going here with this because when we look at football players, particularly the big linebackers, the real big ones, you know,
right.
They go through a regimen that keeps them what we think is healthy, you know, because they're able, you know, they're so physical and so this and so that, you know, we hear of injuries, but we don't hear a lot of injuries, you know, that one would think for someone that size to be at.
Exactly.
How does a trainer navigate through all of that? Is that a specific type of training? Because I said this to one guy once before. I said, I want to get to a point where I'm working out like one of the football players because that's the kind of body type that I want. You know, broad shoulders, this, that, and the other. Still keep my thickness. You know, my delicious thickness, honey. At 290 pounds, baby, at 290, if I could just get this fucker to look like it's 290, you know, where in my head where I want it to be, I would be perfect in my mind. However, you know, because of the discipline, is there different disciplines? What is all of that people need to understand? Because they like me coming in and saying, okay, this is what I want. A lot of folks think if they come in lifting weights, they're going to, you know, the whole thing is, okay, I don't want to be no bodybuilder because everybody thinks once you start lifting weights, you're going to end up looking like somebody who competes. And that's not true. So how do you dispel those myths with folks coming into the gym?
Well, the minute they come through the door, I usually would say to them, what are your goals? And then I'll say, would you want to hear my point of view, what I think your body would be the best at? and then most cases they will listen. And my job is, for example, like you, hey, you want to be 290? No problem. I'll still keep you at 290 and decrease the body fat and increase your muscle size. And as we increase the muscle size, your skin will tighten up because it's going to take up space, and you're going to have your chest up. It's not going to have that mud flap. You're not going to have the belly hanging. You're going to have that flat stomach, and you're going to look like that football player. You're able to run to the corner and not catch a heart attack and not hyperventilating, okay? So we can keep you with the same vision that you have, but the healthier way, not because you want to be a big man and that's it, okay? We want to keep you as a
okay.
but keep you healthy.
Okay. Okay, I like. Okay. I'm there. I got it. Now, again, let me go here. For those who are the naysayers, like you said, when folks come in, they may, those who are not able to negotiate the equipment or whatever, or those who are having a harder time, because they've not been able to move and this, that, and the other. Coming in with respiratory illnesses, like I said, I'm asthmatic, and my asthma is exercise induced. Well, it's better now since I've had the surgery. My asthma is a little bit more manageable now. Praise the Lord. But what about that? Those who are coming in with a few challenges that seems to make exercise difficult. Yeah.
Correct. Like I said, we'll start off just by being in the bed, just by sitting and standing. The minute little things that can help. Okay, it doesn't have to start with big machinery and all this heavy-duty stuff. We get them to understand the cardio, okay? 85% of a great body, healthy body, is what you eat. 10% is the sleep. 5% is the workout. So don't feel that you have to kill yourself going to the gym so much. Let's focus on the eating habits. 85%, keep saying that to yourself, 85%, 10% is sleep. 5% is the workout. We are too busy thinking that the gym is going to get you there. If you've seen gyms, 10,000, 5,000 members, and you've seen some of your friends that attend gyms, and 5-10 years later, they look exactly the same, if not worse.
The same, right.
It's the why. Yeah. It's not the gym, because they still have bad habits. And when you go to the gym, your appetite increase. And when they increase, you have more Big Macs. So it's not going to help.
Yes. Oh my God, yes! Because I would sit up there. I had to learn this because on the treadmill, it tells you how many calories you done burned off and this, that, and the other. And baby, I would sit up there and would go run because I was like, okay, I'm starving, right? And the quickest thing would be a candy bar because I want the sugar or whatever. Because okay, let me get a little piece of chocolate that's gonna keep me up for a minute till I get home to eat. When I flipped over the damn Snicker bar. The Snickers was like 350 calories, and I just burned 500. I was like, what the hell are you finna? You're defeating the purpose if you eat this.
You just
that was so hard for me to learn in the beginning.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you said it, and I'm glad you've learned it, because the most important thing is what you put in your mouth. The food.
Wait, but that's too easy. Damn, that's too easy. I was finna go. That was too easy. Anyway. Okay. But yeah, I had to learn that, to start calorie counting and this, that, and the other, or at least looking at the calories of stuff that I wanted to eat, because it was becoming counterproductive
we don't
for me.
Count calories, okay? Because understand this. It's not the amount of calories, the amount of calories of what you're eating, okay? Now, like you said, Snickers is 300 versus I can give you a nice bowl of oatmeal that also can be 300, but that's good for you, okay? So 1960s, they used to count calories. Now I can have you eat 4,000 calories and lose weight, but it's the good food that you need to eat at what time you can have it. That's the most important thing. So, again, my email is 8packabs@AOL or at Gmail, but the 8-pack is spelled A as in ATE, past tense of eating, 8pack, PACKABS, at Gmail, okay? If you have questions, I give you numerous tips, including yourself, Mr. Big, and I'll gladly help anyone to supervise them to understand what the issues are. We all different, okay? Do not think that you have to do what everyone else is doing. All the magazines that you're reading, it's just to make money, okay? Simple little thing. Control what you eat, you will lose the weight. Then slowly we start going outside and walking and doing some little stuff, okay? Take it to the next step, and then when you're ready, you would know when it's time to go to the gym. But don't rush. Be patient.
Okay. Here's my final question for you. Because we focus so much on losing weight.
Yes.
What do we need to do to maintain once you've gotten to your goal?
Proper eating.
It's just all proper eating, just to maintain where you are. Okay, because a lot of folks are like, okay, I'm eating this way to lose the weight. Now that they've lost it, they feel as though, okay, now I can change this because I'm not trying to lose any more weight. So what is that?
Calories in your system, like for example, for your height, I would go about 3,800 calories. If you're eating the correct food and the protein, the body will stay firm as you lose the body fat without losing the weight. We want to control the weight. In other words, it's like having a glass of water and then we convert it to a glass of ice. It's the same exact amount, okay? But one is loose and one is firm.
Okay.
I'll put a nutrition guidance for you together. You have my numbers and information, email, and I'll put something together for you. Fill out the application, and I'll get exactly what I need from you, all your measurements, and I'll put something together for you. I guarantee that for you to reach your goals and stay at 290 if you want, if that's what you prefer, and without the asthma, without the cholesterol, without all the other nonsense, and you'll be walking around and tapping that ass right.
Hot damn. See, don't make me nervous, Geno. Don't you make me damn nervous up in here. All right, give everybody your email address one more time and how they can find out more about the Appster, because there is a video that folks can see that's a product outline of everything. Let everybody know where they can contact you one more time so that folks can get an idea of who Geno Sylvain is.
Yes, one of my websites for the Appster is the Appster, TheAbster.com, or my gym, Genetics by Geno, GeneticsBygeno.com, and straight from there you can email me from either site. I can help you out, or if you want my email is ATE, as in past tense of eating, ATEPACKABS@gmail, and I can answer all types of questions.
Well, all right, and then you up in Queens. Now, see, I come to New York periodically because my road dog is out there, so I'm going to make this promise on the air. The next time I come into town, I got to find out when it's going to be, but when the next time I come into town, I'm coming to see you face to face. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that we can sit down and go through all this, and then you would understand what I'm going through, because I probably won't have the surgery by then, but we'll see. Wherever I am, you will get to see exactly what this is all about. So bada boom, bada bing. Thank you so much. You're the first guy that actually got down like that. It was actually...
Well, you got me comfortable.
I feel like I got something out of this. Usually when I have health discussions, I always get the typical bullshit, Oh, okay, did this, do this. But I actually got something out of this that has motivated me to want to do something, and I thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Anyone out there, have learned something, I appreciate a nice email as well. Also, my Facebook, Genetics by Geno, or the Appster, you can catch me on Twitter, Genetics by Geno. They're all Genetics by Geno if you would like to find me. And if you've learned something, if you want to tell me thank you, whatever else, I appreciate it. Have a beautiful day. God bless.
All right. God bless you as well. And over there, Mary Moore, honey, thank you, baby, for getting this together. I got to shout you out, girl. Okay. So there is that. So without any further ado, let me get you back to your life. And I'm going to get over here to mine.
Hey.
And then we'll call that day. So thank you so much for coming on.
Okay, thank you. Have a beautiful day.
All righty. You too. Woo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, honey, I feel as though, I could do this. Y'all know I'm on this quest,
And being on this quest, y'all know I'm telling you, I'm on an emotional roller coaster with this because I'm not. It ain't where I want it to be, and I know it's about patience. I know. And right now, it's really fucking with me. So, after talking with Geno, though, I feel as though, you know, I'm actually inspired, and I'm actually feeling a little bit more empowered to say, damn, okay, cute. Because he, you know, as he kept saying, it's not about necessarily wanting to get thin, because everybody keep wanting to talk about, okay, you need to lose weight. And everybody who see me, oh, you look fabulous, because I've lost weight. But it's not so much as the losing the weight that's the thing. I want to sit up there and keep my thickness. You know, I want my thickness back. Shit. You know, and being able to know that it's okay to be here and then make my thickness look like something. Because you've seen folks that lost weight, but then they don't look like nothing. You know, they start to look like, yeah, they look good because they lost the weight, but then they don't look good. You know what I'm saying? So I feel as though that the way how he just said this, I'm able to be inspired to want to be as fabulous as I see it in my head. So I'm very thankful for this. So, having said all that, children, my darling tea sippers, honey, I hope, and it is my goal that you were thoroughly entertained with this one, and that you got something out of this, honey. If you have, make sure you go and check out his website, geneticsbygeno.com, and see what all of that is about. 8-pack. He worked that for me. 8, A-T-E, pack, at gmail.com. He did that. Okay. Yeah, go see what this is all about. And then as we all come into wanting to do better for ourselves, and for my big boys out there, I'm focusing on our community because y'all know I love me a big old boy. No, fuck that. I love me a man, a big old man. Okay. At the same time, I need for us to be healthy. You know, I don't like when we look like we're about ready to pop, because anytime you're coming out of your skin or you look like you're uncomfortable in your skin, something's wrong. And it may be more than just you being a big guy. There may be other health issues involved. So if we can come out and start to be healthy, you know, get into that healthy spot, baby. Oh, my God, what that looks like and what that does to us. Because y'all know, if y'all watch the Super Bowl, honey, y'all know, ooh, baby. There was a couple of numbers, honey, that had my name written on them, child. But for those of us who that's the kind of guy that you like, you know, and I'm talking strictly from my big boys, because those of you who like the little twiggy figures and carrying on, yeah, they're there too, but they're the common. You see, they're common, and that's the societal everyday look for wanting to do this, that, and the other. But I'm reaching out to my big boys because most of us, you know, we've been identified by our size. And so, and I know, and I've been saying this, and now that I'm not as big as I once was, I'm starting to feel a little intimidated by my own past because of that. You know, I'm not that big anymore, and it feels as though I may have lost my quote-unquote status amongst my peers. And I think that's one of the things that we all have to overcome is the mental change in still being a big guy. I'm 290 pounds. I don't feel like it. Everybody tells me, you know, oh, you still a big guy, but because I'm coming down from 460, honey, I don't feel like I'm big anymore. And that there is throwing me off. So in wanting to get into the exercise place or get into that place where I can bulk up and still be, you know, feel my girth and yet not be so big or whatever, because right now this is what healthy is for me. This is going to be my new normal at 290. This is where it has to float or whatever. So I feel empowered. So having said all that, without any further ado, honey, if you love me, tell a friend, honey. If you hate me, tell an enemy. But do know this: one way, shape, style, form, and fashion, what we have here will move forward. So you may finish all of your crumpets, my darling, because the tea has been dished. And you've been dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meats. Honey, join us next week where the one and only R&B diva herself, Miss Angie Stone, will be here with us next week. And you can come on out and join us for some fun. And we're going to get into her head for a little bit and then go from there. So having said all that, I'm going to leave you with How Do I Look?
Sexy, you're sexy, sexy, sex siren. Sexy, you're sexy, sexy, you're sex siren.
I wanna get severe up in here. Hey, hey, I wanna get severe up in here. I wanna pump it up, pump. I wanna pump it up, pump. I wanna get severe up in here. How do I look?
Mysterious. Androgynous. Sensual. How do I look? Legendary.
Runway divas. How do I look? Runway divas. Hey, hey, I wanna get severe up in here. Categories are face, film queen set size, vogue fifth, dramatic vogue, bizarre, runway, realness. Bring it to the runway now.
I want to see, just for me, the legendary, undeniable, unstoppable, unbeatable, unclockable, unbelievable, irresistible. Faith, femme queen face, your structure so fab and gorgeous. Butch queen face, cameras ready, prepare to flash. Woman's face, cover girl, the next top model. Drag face, tell me darling, how do I look? Sexy, you're sexy, sexy, sex siren. Sexy, you're sexy, sexy, you're sex siren. Give me body, sex appeal, make me want you, that's the deal. Judges score those perfect tens, now make way for Vogue femme. Femme, femme feminine, femme, femme, femme feminine, femme, femme, femme feminine. That's the way you get your tens. Femme, femme, femme feminine, femme, femme, femme feminine, femme, femme, femme feminine. That's the way you get your tens. I'm walking, I'm serving, so tell me, how do I look? I'm walking, I'm serving, so tell me, how do I look? Bizarre, futuristic, depends on how you fix it. It's so neo-matrix, and no one can't mistake it. Fashion statements blowing your mind, giving you look that's one of a kind. The final category is realness. All forms of realness. Femme queen, butch queen, drag, schoolboy, pretty boy, and realness.
At Colorado State University Global Campus, online education isn't another thing we do. It's all we do. Get an interactive education that's built for working adults like you and that employers demand. Explore your options at csuglobal.edu.